How's it going, everyone? Dominic Ray here, and today I'm going to be showing you how I make my chocolate chip cookies. I love chocolate chip cookies. It's one of my favorite cookies that I like to make, and recently I learned how to make brown butter cookies, which really maximizes the flavor and really brings everything all together. I've been making a whole bunch of cookies just for the holiday season, and this is one of the first recipes that I do want to drop over on this page because I really think that everyone will love and enjoy it. It doesn't take too much time to actually create. It takes about 30 minutes roughly to put everything all together, and of course about 2 hours to sit into the fridge. So do keep in that in mind before we get started. The ingredients will be listed down in the description below, and if you're ready to get started, meet me in the kitchen and let's get going. Usually I say meet me in the kitchen and let's get started. So either way, whatever sounds cooler, that's what we're gonna do. See you in a bit. We begin by creating our sugar mixture. In a medium-sized bowl, we're gonna mix granulated sugar, light brown sugar, and salt. Give it a good whisk to make sure all the ingredients are incorporated and put it aside. Grab a medium-sized saucepan and put it over medium heat. Make sure that the pot is nice and hot before dropping your butter into the pan. We're about to do one of my favorite things in the world, making brown butter. What's that? You never heard of what brown butter is? Don't worry, I got you. I'm gonna share a great story with you. Okay, well, maybe really not a story, but it's about what brown butter really is. Now, the brown butter is gonna take about 7 to 8 minutes to do. Just make sure that you continuously stir it, scraping the bottom of the pan if necessary, because you don't want to burn the butter. Essentially what we're doing is toasting it. Brown butter is just butter that is cooked until the milk solids turn brown. This gives it a hazelnut kind of flavor. It's great for desserts and vegetables, and I use this all the time when I'm making chocolate chip cookies or crust for my pies and cheesecakes. You can make some in advance by placing it in a jar and putting it in the fridge for up to 2 weeks. You'll know when the butter is finished browning when the solids that form start to turn brown. You want to take it off heat immediately and either store it for later use or use it in your dish of choice. We're going to add the brown butter that we just created and add it to our sugar mixture and giving it a nice whisk. We add in some vanilla extract and room temperature eggs, then give it another whisk. I got these eggs from Publix after Hurricane Milton had hit us, and these were the only eggs that were left in the store. Now they were pretty pricey, some of them were blue, but they add a nice color to our batch. Rest assured, you can just use regular sized eggs, well, the regular large eggs. You don't have to go buy these special eggs. Now in another medium-sized bowl, add flour and baking powder. Give it a nice mix and add it to your sugar bowl. Whisk the two together and make sure that all the flour is incorporated in your newly formed dough. Do not overmix this or you will cause the gluten to strengthen, making it one tough cookie. Oh, I'm so bad. Grab your chocolate bars and finally chop them to your preference. You can also use chocolate chips. I would hold back on the amount of chips that you use though. Instead of going for the 225 grams, just drop it down to about 180 to 200 grams. Fold in the chocolate and place plastic wrap on top of the bowl. Place it in the fridge and let it sit for at least 2 hours. For the best results, let it sit in the fridge overnight. This concentrates the flavor and gives it a crispier edge with a nice chewy center. It also prevents the cookies from spreading too much. Take your dough out of the fridge and use an ice cream scoop to form balls of dough on your baking sheet. If the dough is too hard, you can let it rest for about 10 minutes to thaw. Put your cookie dough in a preheated oven at 350 degrees. And in about 13 to 14 minutes, your cookies will be done. Now, if you want your cookies to have wrinkles like mine, you're just gonna go and grab the pan about halfway through the cook time and just drop it right there in the oven. It makes the cookies taste more chewy and just gives it a different texture, but it's not completely necessary to do so. You'll still 100% have the flavor if you don't drop the cookies, and you won't have the wrinkles as well. But if you want to have some wrinkly looking cookies, drop them in the oven and you'll have exactly what I have here. then you get to enjoy it. Fast forwarding to the future here, here's our chocolate chip cookies with actual chocolate chips. I didn't use the chocolate bar, so same recipe, except that you use chocolate chips instead. Tastes pretty much the same. I also didn't do the drop method in which I dropped the cookies in the pan. It ended up being a little bit smaller, but lumpy with the chocolate chips in there. So let's try a quick taste and see what it tastes like here. Yeah. This is great. This is great. You can definitely taste the butter in it. You can see how it's just nice and kind of brown and toasted at the bottom with the chips coming out over on the side. Plenty of chocolate chips going throughout the cookie too as well. It's definitely a fan favorite. If you enjoyed the video today, please leave me a like. Let me know what's your favorite cookie to make down for the holidays too as well. I definitely would like to try different cookies and really share them over to this channel. Other than that, I hope you guys take care, enjoy the holidays, and I'll see you next time. Have a great one. Remember to drink your water. See ya.